Hi, my name is Tommy and welcome to my shop. So today what I want to work on is this drawer chest that my wife and I found for free. The lady that gave it to us said it was her grandmother's, so it's got quite some years of use already on it. And as you can see, like the paint is kind of getting worn out, and I'm guessing somebody started sanding it already and realized that it was maybe a bit too much of a project. So what I want to show you guys is how we go around and fix all the little things that has to be fixed on this drawer chest. So one of the first things I looked at when I got this chest to see if it was worth saving is that, like, this one's got dovetails at the front and also got dovetails at the back. So that tells me it's a very good construction, sturdy, and that's probably why it lasted so long. So what I was shown when I first got this chest was the hole here on the liner. So this is something that needs to be attended to, and that's basically the biggest part of the work that has to be done on it, other than repainting it. So because of the dovetail construction, the liner is physically stuck in there. So how I'm going to go about to take it off is I'm going to measure where the groove is and then set my saw blade to the proper height, and then I'm going to cut all the way along here, and that way I'll be able to remove the back piece and then slide it from the back. A little bit of a safety advice here. Before you go on the table saw and cut that strip, you want to make sure that nobody already fixed it and put a nail there. So always be mindful of that. So although I removed the bottom piece, I still have a bit of a lip here, so I'm going to reset my saw and just go in for another pass to be able to take the liner out. Here you want to make small adjustments to the fence and maybe go twice or 3 times to do your cut, because you don't want to go past the groove that you have there. So here what I'm doing is just making sure the surface is flat for the next liner to go in. So now that I have my liner out, I can replicate the actual width. So I take some measurement to know how long I'm going to need them, and they will end up being wider. For those of you who wonder what those are the stops for the drawers not to come out of the chest. So I'll just show you on the actual chest. So those are the little tabs, with there's one on each side, and what they do is that when the drawer was sliding, the back strip that I just removed from the drawer was hitting here. Now that that strip is not there anymore, those won't be of any use, therefore they won't be making marks at the bottom of the liners as well. So what I'm going to do is take those out, and then I'll be installing a different type of stop when the drawers are fully restored. I got myself 3 pieces of pine. It's about 3/4, and what I'm going to do is, now that I know the width of my liners, I'll be able to cut those ones to length and glue them up together to be wide enough, and then I'll let them dry for probably 3 to 4 hours. So I've got enough pieces, replacement liner pieces, to replace for the four drawers, and what I'm doing right now is I'm preparing the glue joint. So I'm just using my plane and shaving until there's no more gap in between the pieces. Here's just one of the glue ups, so I'm applying the glue, and same as usual, you just put a few clamps on it and clean up the squeeze outs. So here what I'm dealing with is that the wood veneer on the front of the drawer is ungluing itself, and with the air blower I'm trying to push the glue as far in as possible, and then also the dovetail on that corner needs a bit of a glue up. So you'll see with the squeeze outs that it worked out pretty well. So I started sanding the drawers, and what I noticed was that I had some walnut veneer on top, and then I wanted to see if the top was going to match, and after sanding it, I'm using some lacquer thinner here just to reveal how it would look, and it looks pretty good. The only issue I have is that there was some big dents in it, and I ended up going through here going through the veneer and onto the wood that I have underneath. So I have two choices here. It's either I'm gonna make like a little butterfly like in joinery just to hide that spot, or I'm gonna repaint the whole thing white. So I think before I do that, I might actually try to put that butterfly in, see how it looks, and if it looks good, I'm just gonna leave it as that. If not, I'm gonna repaint the whole thing white. So although this kind of turned out to be okay, I just started sanding the front here, and that is not actual wood, it's more like a laminate. So I'm thinking the front was painted brown and then the top was a different color. So what I'm going to be doing is to just paint the whole thing white, and that's what my wife was hoping anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. So now that the glue up is done, what I'm doing is the layout for how far I have to go to create my bevel, so that the piece will actually fit completely in the groove. So the groove was about 1/4 inch, so I'm just going to go a bit shy of that for the edge, and then that's on both sides, and then I'm going to make sure it slides in before I do the front of the drawer, because there's a groove on the front piece as well. So even though I'm not done completely with the drawers, I decided I was going to start applying the primer so it can actually dry overnight, and then I can start applying more paint coats the next morning. So this is what was in the drawers, like a very, very flimsy kind of piece and breaking apart. And this is what I'm going to be replacing it with. So it's 3/4 inch thick, and it's pretty sturdy. So it just slides in like such. And I just have to trim the back and secure it with room for expansion. So I went on the table saw and trimmed it to the proper width, and then what I'm doing is I drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and I'm just putting a finishing nail, so that's gonna prevent the liner from coming out, and it's gonna allow for expansion as well during the season change. I'm putting wax as well on the drawer tracks and also on the drawer sides, so it's actually gonna slide a bit more easily. So my wife and I decided to keep the hardware that came with it. It's not the original hardware, but it looks very nice, and we decided to keep it. So this is what's going to be my new stop. I'm going to be screwing it to the other side with that screw here, and then this is going to stop the drawer from falling on the ground. So the left
a side block is already installed in the drawer when I put it in, and then all I have to do is reach in to put the right side one on. What I figured out is that starting with the bottom drawer and going up is actually easier because you have a better access, and then only the top one's a bit tricky.
So the drawer chest restoration is fully completed, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. This drawer chest is gonna end up in the baby's room because my wife and I are expecting a baby pretty soon. So that's what we're gonna be using for his clothes and in his bedroom. So I could have went about and built one from scratch, but my wife and I really enjoy older furniture and something that's got a bit of history. So like with this project, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was a lady's grandmother's chest, so it does have a bit of history, and when I fixed it, like I was able to see like some of the stuff that already had been fixed, and so we really enjoy that kind of stuff. So that's why we chose this project. Coming up, I'm going to have another restoration project, which is going to be the bassinet for the baby. And after that, after the summer, we'll get back onto other wood projects. But as for now, I hope this video was helpful in any ways for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can click on the link up here to subscribe to the channel. I wish you guys a great summer, and thanks for watching.